All right, now to your health. We begin in Alabama, the new real-world fallout from a controversial ruling by that state's Supreme Court.
The High Court ruled that frozen embryos from fertility treatments can be considered children under state law. Health reporter Haley Hernandez is here with new developments. Haley.
Yeah, so since the ruling, there's been a whole new concern about reproductive rights. One of Alabama's 5 fertility clinics even put IVF treatments on pause, meaning people in the middle of treatment are now in limbo. The ruling came down in response to lawsuits filed by 3 couples whose embryos were accidentally destroyed. An Alabama Supreme Court ruling declared those destroyed embryos were children and entitled to all legal protections just as a fetus in the womb. Now, the Birmingham Health System, the biggest healthcare system in the state, says they have to evaluate the potential that patients and doctors could be criminally prosecuted or face punitive damages for following the standard of care. And the FDA has issued a warning about the risks of using certain smartwatches and smart rings to measure your blood sugar. The agency warns it has not authorized or approved the devices to measure blood sugar levels. And they're warning that since they don't pierce the skin, it can lead to inaccurate measurements and errors in diabetes management, which of course can be life-threatening. And if you're too busy to work out during the week, that's not necessarily a problem, as long as you try to train hard on weekends. A new study published in the journal Obesity found no significant difference between those who exercise during the week or the so-called weekend warriors who did it all on Saturday and Sunday. The takeaway was both weekend warriors and regular exercisers had lower belly fat, a lower waist circumference than those people who didn't exercise. So no surprise there that people who exercise at all tend to be healthier. But I mean, good news for those of us who are busy and probably here at 4 a.m. You know, there's no time for us to do it in the morning. So yeah, if you don't get it in after work, just do it on the weekend.
You don't have to put so much pressure on yourself
Yeah.
anymore to do it every
Which
single
I probably
day.
still will, but
Right.
being gentle on myself is not something I'm good at.
All right, well, hey, we got to have goals.
Yeah,
Whatever that
exactly.
looks like.
All right.